Well, hello everybody. Adam Savage in my cave, and if I seem a little overdressed for being in my cave, it's because it's pretty cold here in San Francisco. I know it's not cold by most of the world's standard, but it is cold by San Francisco standards, and need to wear some extra layers to keep my fingers and toes from freezing right off. Today we have a shop infrastructure build, and it's about addressing what's going on right here. On top of this Sortimo carrier I've got is a shelf, and there's stuff on the shelf. This is a drawer, door, and handles, hat repair and maintenance, lots of extra thread, some upholstery tacks and such. I used to have wire up here. I used to have spools of electrical wire. And then I realized that I was only using about 15% of the number of spools of wire that were up there. So I put most of the wire into deep storage. I have the rest of it right there in that box. And so what I'm going to do today is build a shelf for... Which is the camera? There you are. Sorry, I kept looking at that side. What I'm going to do today is build a shelf for the top of that Sortimo case that takes care of all of this stuff. The wire, the boxes full of tools and such, and the upholstery tacks, and makes that a useful shelf space. I'm feeling a burning need to take care of this because I've got this crap on my floor and it's bugging me, and I don't feel like I can kind of fully operate in the shop until it's off my floor. So I wasn't planning on doing this till later this week, but I just want to get it done today. Yeah, here we go. In building this wire rack, I'm going to be utilizing some of my shop philosophy specifically around wire, and I hope it's useful to you because I feel like I've learned the proper way to store wire. Yeah. First things first, we're going to bound the problem by figuring out just how big this shelf's footprint is going to be, and then go from there. So, "36 inches wide by 36 by 13, and then its base will sit an inch and a half. 36 by 13, inch and a half. Hold on, let me write that down. Let's see here. 36 by 13, 1.5 inches. Feet. Okay. Yeah, 36 by 13. So I'm going to cut out 2 pieces of that, figuring that I'm bracketing the bottom and the top of the shelves. So it's going to be like this, right? And then on one side, I'm going to have those drawers, maybe 4 of them. And then on the other side, it's going to be the wire. Okay, 36 by 13. Yeah, and then I can build the whole thing kind of right here in front of me. There we go. One big chunk of 3/4 inch ply. That's great. That's just what we wanted. so I think this is what we'll talk about. That's 6.5. 6.5. All right, so the shelves are like this. Six 6.5 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, plus 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1/2 is 2.5. 26 plus 2.5 is 28.5. Do I have that? If this is the case, I don't need that one, so it's just here. 1, 2, 3, 1.5. So it's 27.5, 28. Yeah, I have just enough. Okay, so I'm gonna cut some hog legs. All right, I'm gonna cut some hog legs out of this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 4 more. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make some hog broth. One section of my shelves are finished, and that is the ones that hold these art bins. And this is great. This is like, I'm super glad to have this. Here I've got 4 of these. One's for door closures and corners, handles. I've got some for chemicals for leather work and extra leather toolage, plus hat repair and maintenance. Yeah. This is great. But now I need to fill this, and this is going to be filled with wire. And I need to actually lay out and figure out how many shelves of wire I'm going to have and how they're all going to work. It's a little bit of engineering right now. Okay, let me move this. We have 18 inches to play with, give or take. It's actually like 17 3/4. So I'm just going to mark this out. Oh, really? Come on. Inside to inside, we're going to say 17 3/4. Is that not the same up there? Just a little bit. Good. Okay. Let's do big lamp cord. Those are different. Speaker cable. Okay, so lamp, 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 lamp. Yeah, that's definitely one shelf. So there's one. Then there's 2 conductor wire, which I love. Do all conductor wire. Empty spool there, that's great. I'm not sure about, okay, but that's a good another one. That's another good one. So that's a second shelf. 1, 2. Right, right. Don't you do that to me. Yep, right. Okay. And then there's this lamp stuff. Oh, more 2 conductor wire. Yeah. Oh, even more. Okay. Actually, I want to get all the 2 conductor wire in one shot. So let's move everything here. And that shelf will be entirely 2 conductor wire. Great. That's great. Like that. Cool. Then I've got the heavier lamp cord, it's multi-conductor. Ooh, even more 2 conductor. Yeah. Well, I guess I can spool that some more. Yep. Okay, so what I have here is potentially 4 shelves. Large, large, large. Actually, you know what I can do is I can set this up like this. And this can give me some idea. Some idea. Yeah, see that? Okay, so I can have a nice small shelf. And because what I have here is 27.5. Yeah, I have the room for 4 shelves worth of wire. So 3 of them. That's going to be there, little spools. Okay, 4 shelves with wire. I'd say these 2 would be 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, and then these would be, that's what I'm thinking. 3 and 3. Oh, hey. So 5, 5, 5, and 3. 5, 5, 5, and 3. I'm still holding back from explaining to you exactly how I'm going to hold these wire spools in orientation. But let me tell you about the secret life of wire spools is that they're like a riddle that carries misinformation inside the riddle. This looks like a good storage solution for wire, and it is. It's localized. It allows me access to as much of it as I want. And because it's got a hole, it leads me to believe I want to store it on a spindle. But if I'm storing it on a spindle and I need the whole thing of wire, I have to remove the spindle and all the other bits of wire from that spindle. So after years and years of storing wire on spindles, I've come to the conclusion that it does not want to be in a spindle. It wants to sit in a trough. And I had a version of this for years that was semi-okay. I'm now going to make that better. And here we go. So I need a cutlass here. And the cutlass is, I need 5 inches by 18 inches times 3 ply and 3 plex. And then there's, 6 pieces, 5 times 18, 5 times, yeah, that should work. Okay, and then, I don't think I even need this necessarily. All right, let's give it a shot. Excellent. We're almost there. Here is the shelf. And what you can see is that each shelf for wire is a shelf of this polycarbonate twin wall on the front, plywood on the back, and a triangular connector to keep them in that angled relationship. When I put it up on the shelf, you'll start to see the magic that this mode of storage can engender. And then over here goes the my 4 drawer sorters. So I'm gonna set this up on a time lapse so you can watch this all go in, and then we'll talk about its functionality. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to get this one across the line. I think we're done. So here, whoops. Here's my new shelf. On the right side, I've got some storage containers that fit into these nice drawers. That's fantastic. On the left side, I've got new storage for the wire. It takes up less than half of the amount of space that my old wire rack used to take up. And it's much more based on my actual usage. For instance, I use the two conductor red black wire more than almost anything else. So those are localized down here. Then I've got multi-conductor and speaker cable. And then way up top, I've got heavy, medium, and lightweight and old-fashioned lamp cord for 120 volt electrics. But the real innovation here was something I stumbled upon in a package for wiring, which is the dispensing of it. All I have to do is pull a little bit on that, and I get what I need. It's self-dispensing. If you try to do this on spindles, they just keep on spinning. If you try and do this on spindles, they just keep on spinning. You pull a bit out, and then it unwinds, and then there's all of a sudden they're wound across each other. If you've stored wire on spindles, you know the pain from which I speak. This method of drilling a hole in the front piece of an angled shelf holds the wire in its orientation, and I wind it back like this. There we go. And I just make sure all the tails are only a few inches long. I just make sure all the tails are just a few inches long, and I don't have to worry about my wire getting untangled. And if I need the whole spool, well, I can just pull it. This is life-changing for me. I mean, almost, sorry for the sickening walkthrough, but almost as life-changing as storing tape without using the holes in the middle of the rolls of tape. This also changed my life, and I stumbled upon this in a backstage, I think at the Fox Theater in Detroit, one of my favorite halls to play in the whole United States. I didn't mean that was a sickening shop tour. I just meant that I know sometimes I can move a little quickly through the shop while holding on to the camera, and that can cause some people to experience some motion sickness. And as a human being with a weak stomach, for whom many of the games on my Oculus Quest make me a little bit ill, I appreciate that. But I am really happy with how much extra room this shelf has given me. It takes up room, but it gives me more than it took up. Because now I have some blank spots up there to take care of. Every time you add a bit of infrastructure, it gives you a little more of an understanding of the kind of infrastructure you need. I've been sort of avoiding this one for a couple of weeks now, but now that it's in, I'm super happy about it. Thank you guys for joining me for this infrastructure build, and yeah, I will see you next time. Cheers. Thank you guys so much for watching that entire video. If you would like to support Tested even further, well, I'm here to tell you that you could become a member. If you follow the links below, you'll see there are several tiers of membership depending on how much you'd like to pay and how much access you would like to me and the Tested team. And membership comes, as always, with some excellent benefits, including questions that I'll answer in live streams. The questions have been so amazing, and exclusive videos and exclusive content. Follow the links below, and we will see you next time.